if they were given the time and resources to keep their ICT knowledge up to date?
A system of education that is modelled on the interests of industrialism and in the image of it. I'll give you a couple of examples. Schools are still pretty much organised on factory lines, ringing bells, separate facilities, specialised into separate subjects. We still educate children by batches. We put them through the system by age group. Crucially about the culture of our institutions, the habits of the institution and the habitats that they occupy.
Live of knowledge.
Every country on earth at the moment is reforming public education. There are two reasons for it. The first one is economic. People are trying to work out, how do we educate our children to take their place in the economies of the 21st century? How do we do that? Given that we can't anticipate what the economy will look like at the end of next week. The problem is that the current system of education was designed and conceived and structured for a different age. It was conceived in the intellectual culture of the Enlightenment and in the economic circumstances of the Industrial Revolution. And the how of our institutions, the habits of it, about the culture, 19th century, senses of the Industrial Revolution, and in the economic circumstance. There are really two types of people, academic and non-academic, smart people and non-smart people. And the consequence of that is that many brilliant people think they're not, because they've been judged against.
In the cafeteria is crucial because you got guys, preps, JV jocks, Asian.
The problem is they're trying to meet the future by doing what they did in the past. And on the way, they're alienating millions of kids who don't see any purpose in going to school. When we went to school, we were kept there with a story, which was if you worked hard and did well and got a college degree, you would have a job. Our kids don't believe that. And they're right not to, by the way. You're better having a degree than not, but it's not a guarantee anymore. And particularly not if the route to it marginalises most of the things that you think are important about yourself. Our children are living in the most intensely stimulating period in the history of the earth. It seems to me not a coincidence totally that the incidence of ADHD has risen in parallel with the growth of standardized testing. It's because it's in the gene pool of education. We have to think differently about human capacity. We have to get over this old conception of academic, non-academic. Abstract, theoretical, vocational, and see it for what it is, a myth. Secondly, we have to recognize that most great learning happens in groups, that collaboration is the stuff of growth. If we atomize people and separate them and judge them separately, we form a kind of disjunction between them and their natural learning environment. And thirdly, it's